and welcome to my kitchen, and today I have a special treat for you. My friend Diane over at the Today's Modern Family website, she texted me the other day and asked me if I had a recipe for caramel corn. And I've never done a video of caramel corn, so she was looking to do it as a New Year's Eve treat, and I thought, well, I better go ahead and do this and get it uploaded so she can figure out how to make it. Today I'm going to make you a caramel corn that is very similar to our childhood favorite Cracker Jack, and that incorporates a little bit of molasses into the syrup. This is delicious and amazing, and you're going to love it. So let's go see how we make this old-fashioned molasses caramel corn. But what you're going to need to make this, and I'm making a double batch today, so the ingredients list and the recipe that I'm going to provide for you on the website will be half of what you see here today. You're going to need 2 sticks of butter, 2 cups of packed brown sugar, a half a cup of molasses. If you don't want this to taste like Cracker Jacks, you should sub out the molasses for light corn syrup. You're also going to need 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. If you would like this to taste like Cracker Jacks, you're going to need to add some Spanish peanuts or dry roasted, whichever you may have on hand. And of course, you're going to need popcorn. Today, I am making a double batch, so I have a bunch of popcorn. This popcorn is one batch that I made on top of the stove using 3/4 of a cup of popcorn kernels and 1/4 of a cup of oil. And I just popped it, super simple, nothing on it, totally naked. Because I'm making a double batch, the other batch is in this bag. And now this is the secret to fairly quick and easy caramel corn, and it's this paper grocery sack. This is just a large paper grocery sack. I have sprayed the inside with vegetables oil cooking spray, and this is going to help the caramel not to stick to the bag later on when we pour it in here. I have one batch of this popcorn sitting in here, and so I'm going to go ahead and deposit the rest of it as well. So, we're going to just set this bag off to the side. We're going to concentrate on making our caramel. Oh, I'm also going to toss this bag of peanuts in here with the popcorn. Butter. Molasses. Set your baking soda off to the side. You don't want to touch that yet. In goes our brown sugar. You are going to need a candy thermometer, okay? You can use one that looks like this. Okay, you can use one that looks like one I used to have, but I broke it when I made toffee this year, so I have one on order. Or I found this nifty thing after Christmas at Michael's, and I'm so excited. This is a candy thermometer, silicone spatula, and it has a digital readout in the handle, and this is a Michael's Celebrate It brand. I was excited to see this because this originally was priced at $15, and I got it for $4.50. So, you know, you can't go wrong for $4.50. It'll probably end up being a great little tool. I am going to add 2 teaspoons of salt into the pot here. Remember, I'm making a double batch. Now we're going to move over to the stove and we're going to get all of this bubbling. Alright, I've got all this melted together and I have it over a medium-high heat. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And now is when you need to get out your candy thermometer. And you'll notice I am using a metal spoon, not a wooden spoon, not a plastic spoon. If you have a heat-resistant silicone spatula thing, then you can use that. That'll work. I'm just going to set my spoon off to the side, though, for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my thermometer ready. And I'm going to stir it, and we're going to simmer it until it reaches 300 degrees. And that, on a regular candy thermometer, is right around hard crack stage, so you don't want to walk away from this, period. You want to hang out, you want to keep a close eye on it, and then we're going to come back and I'll show you what happens next. Okay, we are at 256 degrees, and you want to stir it. You want this to go to the hard crack stage. You're going to want to babysit this. Hard crack is at 300, so that's where you want this to be. And a lot of caramel corns tell you to cook it to 250. Some caramel corns just tell you to boil it for 4 minutes and then pour it, and then you're going to have to bake it in the oven. But this one is a little bit different, so we're cooking the syrup longer, and then we're not going to finish it in the oven. We're going to finish it in the microwave. And that's just really to help distribute the syrup more evenly on the corn. Then we're going to let it dry out on the counter and cool down all the way. So when it's time to pour this over the popcorn, we'll be back, and I'll show you what happens when it's time to do that. All right, we have reached the magic number. Now, molasses is going to smell like it's burning a little bit, but that's just the molasses. That's the way it's going to be. Okay, so what we're going to do, the heat is turned off. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Please be very careful. Okay. Because it's going to bubble a little. But the place where you need to be super careful is right here. You see that? You see that? You need to be super careful. That vanilla is bubbling up. The alcohol is burning off. Now, let me move this plate out of the way.
So you don't want to put the vanilla in before it boils?
No. Because then you'll boil out all the vanilla flavor. Okay. There is our baking soda. Okay, 2 teaspoons because I'm making a double batch. Now, stir, and make sure that you've used a pot that's large enough because you're going to have a chemical reaction here. Stir to distribute that effectively. You want this to be thoroughly incorporated. Don't worry about the mess on your stove. Do not answer your phone. Do not answer your door. If your kids start screaming, yell at them to shut the flip up because you're busy with hot sugar that could really seriously hurt somebody, including yourself or your cameraman or your dog or your cat.
Napalm.
It is. It's horrible. You do not want this on your skin. Okay, you see this came, I dripped down the side of the pot. Very carefully get that off of there. Alright, now we're going to set up the camera and the cameraman so that you can see what happens next. Dump this entire pot of caramel onto your popcorn, okay? What you're going to do now, fold this bag down and shake it. Now, roll this down really good and stick this in the microwave for 1 minute on high. Okay, we're going to take it out of the microwave after 1 minute. We're going to shake it really well again. And then we're going to put it back in the microwave for another minute. And then we're going to take it out and I'll show you what happens next. Okay, now you're going to take your caramel corn. Let me go the other way. And divide it up between some sheet pans that you've lined with parchment or wax paper. Just get it out of the bag as best you can without hurting yourself. Now you can see I doubled up on this bag, so okay, once you get this evenly distributed among your sheet pans, now I have 4 here, remember, because I'm doing a double batch. You can divide it into 3 smaller pans if you only have smaller pans. But this is going to cool off pretty quick. And once you get this all mixed up, you'll have a balance. There's some pieces of popcorn that didn't get completely coated, but others that got coated a lot. So that is just the nature of caramel corn. So let these cool off a bit, and we'll be back and we'll show you what they look like when they're all dried out. You have it. Delicious homemade. This is homemade Cracker Jack, let's face it. And it tastes exactly like Cracker Jacks. If you want just plain old caramel corn, then you need to just use light corn syrup instead of the molasses. And it's going to give you caramel corn instead of Cracker Jack. This has a really deep, rich molasses flavor. I love it. This tastes just like Cracker Jack from when I was a kid. Cracker Jacks taste different today because they use substandard ingredients, in my personal opinion. So, you have to try this. Diane, I hope this is a good starting place for you. I hope you give this a try. I hope you all give it a try. You're going to love it. A great ballpark snack, great anytime snack. But Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve is another great way to share this with your family and friends. Put this big bowl out and watch it disappear. So, I hope you give this a try, and I hope you love it. And until next time, Happy New Year! Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!